So as of right now, May 2025, over 2 million people had their credit scores drop upwards of 100 to 120 points. As of July 2025, another 3+ million are expected to have their credit scores drop another 100 or drop 100 to 125 points. And in August, estimated another 4 million people will have their credit scores drop 100 to 125 points. And in September, closing out in September, potentially 10 million plus individuals will have their credit scores drop 100 to 125 points. So now, why is this happening? This is all happening from a trigger that was unlocked from the deferment program of student loans under the Biden administration. So it was unlocked under President Trump. So the problem is not necessarily for most people is that they cannot make their student loan payments now that they came out of deferment. Now, obviously, it's going to make life a little bit harder. They're going to have to change around their budget, but that is not the reason behind this specific problem. What happened to make this problem? And this is done from me actually talking to the student loan servicer and trying to figure out what the hell is going on, because we had clients, credit was moving up, getting stuff deleted, getting stuff settled. They're in a good place. And they're just, momentum is going. And then all of a sudden they had this huge drop. And then also a whole bunch of new clients came to us because of this drop. So rather than just trying to dispute stuff, we don't do it that way. We want to find out what's going on so we can dispute it the appropriate way. And after speaking with the representative with the student loan servicers who are servicing these loans, this is exactly what they had told us. They said that when that unlocking of the deferment took place under now the Trump administration, where they wanted to have people start paying on their student loans, nothing wrong with that, that the Bureau's computers with the connection with the servicers, this is where all of the problems happened, because when they went back active, there was no one who programmed in there that it is impossible to be late 90 days when there's only 30 days in a month. Even with that happening and speaking to the student loan servicers over the phone about this issue, pointing it out to them, they were not able to do anything about it. They said that it had to be disputed with the bureaus. So following their directions, we disputed it directly with the bureau. From disputing it directly with the bureaus for one of our clients, we got this letter back from the student loan servicers asking for specific information to be able to handle the dispute. Now, I don't know why they wanted to go all the way to the bureaus and then over to them when they're going to send this letter. I don't know why they didn't give us this letter when the individual, the client was on the phone. We were three-way. We're on the phone with them, and they said that they couldn't dispute it that way. So it's like, I guess, make it harder for people, but this, if you want to cut to the chase, the straight arrow, this is exactly what you're going to have to do. So I'm kind of giving you a head start, because they would have told you to dispute it with the bureaus, and then you would have got that letter, and then you would have had to do exactly what I'm about to tell you to do. So if you have student loans that were in deferment, and now you're looking at your credit reports and you're like, my credit score dropped 100 to 125 points. Why did that happen? You look at your student loans and they say 90 days late, even though you were not 90 days late, and it's only 30 days in a month. So how could you be 90 days late? And the month previous to that, you were on time. So this is exactly what you have to do. And this is from the letter that we received from the student loan servicers after doing what they told us to do by disputing it with the bureau. So number one, you're going to have complete copies of your credit reports, not the free ones. If you have the free ones, it is not going to work because they're not going to pay attention to it. You got to get all 3 credit reports. If you don't have your credit reports, you can go to your3scores.com to grab your TransUnion, Equifax, Experian credit reports and all 3 scores. As a matter of fact, you're going to need that because you're going to want to know what's going on throughout the process of getting this corrected if you don't have a paid monitoring service right now. Now, you're going to need the full credit reports, and you're going to need to print out each section that has the student loans information on there with the 90-day late. On those, you're going to need to draw a line. This is crazy, but I'm just telling you what they said because it has to be pointed out. You have to draw a line, and you're going to have to also highlight the 90-day late. So draw a little arrow. Look at this, like imagine you're trying to get someone to look at something and you're drawing a little arrow. Look right here at this. So you draw that line and you highlight the 90-day late. And then up top, where they'll usually have partial student loan account numbers or partial account numbers when you get those downloads of the credit report, you're going to need to log into your student loan servicer's account or your student loan Department of Education account, and you're going to have to get each one of those complete account numbers, and you're going to have to write it right there for each one. Now, don't try to figure out which one is which. Just mark on there. If it not to make it so difficult, just put the account number, because I suspect what they're going to do is they're going to look at the account number, they're going to match that it's not 90 days late, and then they're going to take, correct it on there. So you get complete credit reports. You print out those sections with the student loan. If you got other stuff that you're working on, don't do that. I want you to do this totally separate. This is going to be separate. You're going to do this separate. So you print out the credit reports with those sections on there with the student loans. You draw an arrow showing that it's 90 days late, that it is, you're pointing out to them what you're disputing. And then you're going to put the complete account numbers on the line that has the account number. You want to do that for each one of your student loans. Now, we got to go over to the dispute letter. You have to point out to them. Say it in plain English. Don't try to use legal terms and everything in there. Just be straight to the point and tell them that you were not late, that they need to correct this information, that you've given them evidence to point out, to show them that you were not late on these accounts and you want this corrected, that it is negatively affecting your ability to be able to utilize your credit, and that your score dropped, whatever the amount of points that it dropped. You let them know that, and you package that up. And I want you to make 5 copies. I want you to make 5 copies, because you're going to need 1 copy for yourself, because you might have to do this a few times. You're going to want to have 1 copy for each of the bureaus, and then you're going to have a copy that you're going to send directly to the student loan servicers. And if you got multiple student loan servicers that you're dealing with, then you're going to need to have more package. And then you're going to send that out to them, make sure that you got the appropriate address, and then you're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen. From the results that we got from the first client that we did it for, the information was taken off, and they took the entire trade lines off because they flipped it over to their new servicer that they're going to be utilizing to service his loan. So he would have, if we didn't do this, think about it. If we didn't do this, he would have had the old student loan servicer's information on there with the late payment shown on there, and new student loan servicers, making it look like he has double the amount of debt, which is going to make this credit score go down even more, because they're going to be like, you got extra, you double the amount of debt that you had last month. Algorithm's going to read that, and it's going to lower your credit score based on your debt load risk. So that's what you need to do. Now, if you don't want to do all of that, we can package all of that up for you as part of our credit repair services. So if you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, What Makes Us Different, So you can see my 8-point validation process, my two-phase settlement process. That's the way that we repair credit and help people increase their scores. If you can't work within that, then I suggest that you go to another company. If you need your credit reports and scores, go to the website your3scores.com to grab your TransUnion, Equifax, Experian credit reports and all 3 scores. That's where everything starts. That's like the gasoline to keep the engine going, because you're going to know what's going on with your credit month after month after month. It's very important. If you have debt collectors coming after you, I'm going to give you a few choices. If you don't like doing anything, you don't want to get a template and have to type in information, you can go to summonsmaster.com, upload your debt collector letter. All you have to do is create it. It will scan it, create it based off of your specific debt collection letter, and all you have to do is sign it, send it off certified mail receipt, and it'll usually stop debt collectors. You want to do that early in the game. If you don't mind working with templates, the link is below this video. You can grab my 3-pack of letters, statute of limitations, debt validation, and cease and desist collection activities letter. You can get those, and you can type in your information. If you're being sued by a debt collector, you can go to summonsmaster.com and you can upload your summons, your debt collector summons or citation, in the Summons Master as one PDF file, and it will create a fully formatted response to every allegation in your summons and a defense to help you potentially win your case. And every one of them is reviewed by human oversight. So the AI creates it, but there's a human oversight team that looks at it to make sure that everything is good to go. It's normally good to go, usually sometimes with formatting, depending on the state that you live in. We might have to contact you to update that. Thank you for your time. Subscribe to the channel, post your questions and comments. This is Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the CreditRepairShop.com.